Good girl, come on. That's
The American crocodile,
good.
a
Stay.
rare and reclusive reptile. Unlike its cousin, the alligator, the American crocodile was almost extinct and on the endangered
Come on.
species list.
Are you
But the
mean?
population size is not the only difference between the two.
Ow. And pick him up. He's just a little sweetheart. Yeah. And he's very food motivated, as you could see. Wait, let me put him back.
Biologist Joe
Okay, go on,
Wasilewski,
finish your food.
who keeps both a crocodile and an alligator in his
Let 'em go.
backyard pen,
So,
explains what
Girl.
makes a croc
Go on.
and a gator a gator.
alligators and crocodiles differ in their external looks. Color's different. Shape of the snout on alligators is very wide and broad. Crocodiles is very narrow. The fourth tooth on a crocodile's lower jaw or mandible protrudes past the jaw when the mouth is closed. When alligators' mouths are closed, the teeth fit in grooves. Colors are different, habits are different, and habitats are different.
Joe
I've had this
Wasilewski
animal almost
is the
20
chief
years,
biologist for
and
the Florida Power and Light Company, the utility operating Turkey Point nuclear power plant.
hopefully,
Outfitted with the latest technology, microchips, and a global positioning system receiver, he keeps a close watch on the crocodile population here. To find the elusive American crocodile in its natural habitat, we join the biologist and his assistant on a trip to the canals surrounding the Turkey Point power plant in South Florida. Tonight we're catching a crocodile, marking it, and we'll place a microchip in its tail. After more than an hour of searching the banks and waters of the canals, we spot a pair of red glowing eyes peering at us from the eerie darkness.
yeah, let the wind push us. Okay.
Our airboat darts off on a wild chase after an elusive shape in the clear water.
Pull up to there.
But this reptile escapes our grasp, diving deep beyond our reach. Several decades ago, the American crocodile was nearly extinct, having dwindled to about 20 remaining individuals.
Oh, she can.
Today, the population has rebounded, in large part because the interests of Florida Power and Light coincide with the interests of the American crocodile.
Best way to protect a crocodile is to put a fence around where they live and put armed guards there. And in this day and age, that's exactly what's happening at the nuclear power plant.
Florida Power and Light initially attracted the crocodiles in the 1970s by creating this system of canals, 260 kilometers of canals. The water here is used for cooling the nuclear reactors, but it also provides these reptiles with a perfect nesting area. The plant is adjacent to the ecologically sensitive Florida Everglades, which are vital to the well-being of hundreds of species, many of them endangered. Efforts have been made to protect the Everglades.
Part of the Everglades
Winifred
system.
Perkins is a
And as most
spokesperson
of you
for the power
probably
plant.
know, the Everglades restoration is one of the largest restoration projects in the world. It's an $8 billion undertaking, and the Turkey Point power plant sits very close to that. So the plant has to operate in a very careful and environmentally sensitive manner to ensure that its operations don't have any negative effects on the outside environment.
According to Joe Wasilewski, crocodiles especially like to nest on canal banks or berms in and around the 6,000 acres encompassing the power facility.
That's good. That's good. Tell me if you see it. The crocodiles do like to nest on the berms, and since 1978, when the first nest was discovered, right now, this last year alone, there was 19 nests in the cooling canal system that we found, and I'm not sure we found them all. I might have missed one or two. So That's significant in the increase of the American crocodile's numbers. And we inject the microchip about 5 or 6 scale rows back. And there you have the number. And this animal forever and ever will be marked this particular number. They all were born right around July.
This young crocodile is approximately 2 months old.
So I could weigh him.
But he, or perhaps she, still has a long, tough road to maturity. These young hatchlings are the meal of choice for their older cousins.
Unbelievable. 220 grams. Quadrupled his weight. I would say this is going to be a survivor.
It's a good night for croc hunting. This
Comma,
young one passes
2.8,
its health
2.5.
examination
This is a little
and
guy.
is returned to its watery playground. Avoid those cannibalistic cousins, and we'll see you in a while,
There he
crocodile.
slipped away.
Joe spots another croc on the prowl. This one's more savvy than our young friend. When you're chasing a croc in the Florida waterways, tailgating gets a whole new meaning. And just a thought, we're on board a boat now. But what if the roles are reversed? And what if it's a croc doing the chasing? What do you do then?
They say if a crocodile or alligator chases you, you should run zigzag. Well, trust me on this one. I've been chased by the best of alligators and crocodiles, and that's the last thing on your mind. You can beat the fastest Olympics racer when there's one of them behind you chasing you.
The noose tightens and the chase is over.
All right, John, give me a light.
This crocodile's a
Take that
good
box down.
180 centimeters
Good.
long. Plenty
About
big enough
4
to be
feet.
dangerous, so his mouth is temporarily taped shut. The scale on his tail has been clipped, and it's been implanted with a microchip, which means he's been captured
Should
and
have a
marked
microchip.
in the Turkey Point power
there
plant
it
at
is.
least once.
So we can go back to the lab and get all the data.
His data comparison will show the croc's development history.
All right.
No waiting and a free physical. Joe scans his stomach. No
Male.
microchips, and no
Male.
young relatives either.
Previous
It
captures,
seems this hungry
this and
fellow
that.
hasn't
This
eaten
animal was
anybody
captured
so
at
far.
least once. We
At
don't
least
know how
not
many
anybody
other
with a microchip.
They don't eat people. They mostly eat fish and birds. So, as a rule, they're not going to attack people, but they are dangerous animals, and they should be treated as such. So, if you want to get the spotlight, John.
Joe Wasilewski tells visitors here the growing crocodile population should not be seen as a threat.
These are living creatures that been around for 250 million years. They have a whole social hierarchy. They communicate with one another. Again, they are dangerous, but left in their own state, where we can live together. People and crocodiles can live together.
A unique and thriving symbiosis exists here at the Turkey Power Plant in South Florida. This secure, safe environment protects the crocodiles, and in return, their presence lends more security to the facility.